Hey guys, it's Destiny back with another video, and you're watching the Decimania channel on YouTube. Got a really cool video for you today. It's kind of different than some of the ones I do. Different in terms of, it's going to be a discussion video, but it's also going to be a wrestling action figure related video. But instead of doing reviews, we're going to be doing a discussion on the TNA figures that were made both by Marvel and Marvel Toy Biz and Jakks Pacific back in the day, and I'm slowly trying to build both of those lines up. I'm more interested in the Jakks ones than I am the Marvel ones, but the Marvel ones are pretty cool too. But today we're going to do a video on some figures that were never released. That basically, I'm going to run through a lot of ideas that I had for TNA figures that never were, basically. And different rings and stuff that they could have done with it. I don't know, Marvel got... There's also situations where Toy Biz did figures that Jakks didn't, or vice versa. But we'll get into all that in a little bit, so it might take a while if, y'all got a little time to kill, then, I don't know. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday. Subscribe if you haven't already. Please hit that notification bell if you'd like to be notified of any content that I put out. So this will be a fun video because I have a lot of ideas. I was originally just going to do this as a top 10 list, but then I kind of started thinking about things, and I'm like, oh no, I ain't doing a top 10 list. I'm just going to do a discussion. It ain't going to be any kind of list or anything, like ranking or anything, but this is just going to be me just rambling, throwing out ideas about, TNA action figures and rings and playsets that never were. So, hope you guys are ready for another discussion. Today we're discussing TNA action figures that never happened. Okay. So, we all know TNA did a lot of figures. People like Kurt Angle. And some of these, I'm just going to tell you this right now. This can vary from people that just never got an action figure when they were in TNA, or versions of people that already had figures but with rings, or commemorate. I kind of wish they would have done a thing where they would commemorate different TNA moments throughout history. Not just different gear and stuff that they wore, but just do, I'll give you an example. I really would have liked to have seen, and this one actually might be a little controversial now that I think about it, but it would have been kind of interesting to see a 2-pack commemorating the time that Dixie Carter was put through a table by Bully Ray. That was a big moment. I remember watching that as a kid and being like, oh crap, yeah, Dixie Carter just got put through a table because she was the on-screen heel authority figure at the time. I think it would have been cool to see a Jeff Jarrett and Dixie Carter 2-pack, considering the fact that they kind of ran the company for so many years. I know we got a couple Jeff Jarrett figures over the years. We got, you guys remember that freaking, it was like that dollar store line of TNA figures that had they weren't flexible. They only had I don't know, 7 points of articulation. I don't really know. You guys are the one I'm talking about, right? The Dollar Store Genesis line, I think they called it, because it was similar to the Havoc Unleashed series that WWE would put out. Like, I've done a review for I did a video where I showed all of my figures like that, because I had those. Like, you gotta understand, like, back in the day, when TNA figures were coming out, I kind of knew TNA figures were a thing, but I was not really able to collect them, really. I kind of missed out on that period, which sucks, because it's like, they were only like $9 at Walmart, and I don't know, just kind of missed out on that period. And it sucks, because I'm finding out about all these new figures, like, later on in life, and I'm like, oh crap, I wish I would have collected those. Which is why I'm trying to do that now, but, I mean, not at this moment now, but, like, that it's a goal of mine to kind of complete the TNA line as best as possible. But, yeah, those would have been cool. Let's see. I wish I would have done some box sets. Like, you could have done I don't know if you would have done maybe you could have done a Sting box set. I know WCW did, but I feel like this one could have been done a little more better. Like, you could have had Surfer Sting. Oh, this would have been like a freaking, I don't know, 7 or 6 figure box set. Like, you could have had some fun with this. You could have done Surfer Sting. Or no, you could have done like that. Yeah. Surfer Sting, Crow Sting. Give him like a WCW-esque look with different gear or something, or I don't know. It would have been cool to see like a glow-in-the-dark Sting, which wouldn't have helped me any because I can't see it, which kind of sucks. But it would have been kind of cool to do a box set with different Stings. You could have thrown in Joker Sting when he was doing that whole thing in TNA, which I think Joker Sting and Crow Sting are my 2 favorite representations. So that would have been cool to see, like a Sting box set for TNA. I would have liked to have seen a Jeff Hardy box set. That would have been kind of cool. You could have had different figures with different face paint. Didn't they have one? And I think it was like Series 11. I'll have to look at this and make sure I'm right about this. But didn't Series 11 have like a Jeff Hardy figure that lit up or something? I know they had a couple glow-in-the-dark ones. Which, now that I think about it, that would have been kind of cool. You want to talk about a cool set that people would have freaking bought? You want to sell TNA figures? You know what you do? You make a Sting and Jeff Hardy glow-in-the-dark 2-pack. Ringside exclusive. That's what you do. Deluxe style with, like, I don't know, make the TNA... I don't know, have they ever had glow-in-the-dark belts? I don't really know that they ever did. I know they've had glow-in-the-dark accessories like coffins and trash cans and stuff like that. And lanterns that came with the Luke Harper figure that I have, but I don't have the lantern anymore. It got lost or stolen or something. I don't know. But, Harper got lost. I don't know. But, freaking, that would have been cool. Jeff Hardy and Sting, glow-in-the-dark 2-pack. I don't know, throw in a glow-in-the-dark championship or something. That would have been cool. Oh, no. You know what you could have done? This is even better. We'll move on from Jeff Hardy and Sting in a second, but this is a cool idea here that I just thought of. Sting and Jeff Hardy, glow-in-the-dark set, packed in a glow-in-the-dark or light-up battery-activated TNA ring. 6-sided TNA ring, 4-sided TNA ring, doesn't matter. One of them. That would have been cool. That would have been really cool. Ultimate X playset with the Jax figures, because I know the TNA Marvel ones got one. I've never seen a TNA ring in hand. I'm gonna have to freaking track down one of these one day. I really am, because I would like to see that. I would like to kind of see that. Now, I was at the TNA event when they were using the 4-sided ring, so that doesn't really count. I'm talking about the original 6-sided TNA ring, the one that separated them from everybody else. The one that Eric Bischoff said was stupid, but whatever. Whatever. It's his opinion. Let's see. Team Canada 2-pack. I don't know if we ever got this in either the Marvel or the Jax line. I know they did Team Canada figures, like of Peter Williams, Eric Young, and Bobby Roode. They didn't do for A1. They didn't do Scott D'Amore figure, which actually kind of shocks me, because they did James Mitchell, which actually I think is the only non-wrestling figure that they made in the Marvel line. I wish I would have done a couple more of him. I wish I would have done Why was there never a James Mitchell and Abyss 2-pack? What the frick? That would have been perfect, because, Abyss was being managed by James Mitchell. You could have done it in the, it would have been cool. Here's another ring playset idea. Barbed Wire Massacre. You could have had this one could have worked either way. You could have had Sabu and Abyss, or you could have had the two of them in a 3-pack with the ring with James Mitchell. That would have been kind of cool, because Mitchell never really got... I don't think he's ever got another figure since. I could be wrong about that, but I think that's his only figure to this day. Unless Jax did something back in the day for like the ECW or WCW lines. That's the only figure I think that he ever had, really, was in the Marvel Toy Biz line. I've been looking for that one for a while too, because I don't have Mitchell. I do have an Abyss figure. I don't know what series it is. It's one of the Jax ones. Speaking of Abyss, this one would have been cool. 2-in-1, Joseph Park and Abyss. I'm just throwing out ideas here, because, there was so much that we could have gotten in the TNA lines, both of them, that I think was a missed opportunity. If only they were bigger and, they sold more and stuff, it would have been nice to see some of these sets get produced. You know what I really hope happens? This is just wishful thinking on my part, but it also could be possible. Freaking Powertown is not updating people on the new TNA figures that they're doing, and I don't even know how good they are, because I don't know. Freaking Powertown figures too, it's so expensive. And, I can't find anyone that can make, an offer for one on eBay anyway, so. That sucks. You probably should try to lower your pricing so people can actually buy these. People like me can't do that. TNA and WWE should have, some kind of thing with their Mattel figures where they do a TNA line. That would have been cool. Let's see, they already did a Beer Money pack. I don't know, do a Defining Moments set. Do a Defining Moments set with your TNA figures. Have the moment happen where, James Storm and Bobby Roode are fighting for the world title, and have the thing where it comes with a beer bottle, maybe probably not a beer bottle, but it'd probably be a soda can or something. because you're still marketing to children. But, have something like that and have, like, the world title belt in there. Have all these different rings, too. Like, with the Defining Moments 2-packs, you could have the Bully Ray joining Aces and Eights. Defining Moments ring with Jeff Hardy and the Lockdown cage, because that'd be kind of fun. Even though we got a Aces and Eights Bully Ray figure, it would have been nice to see it, like, happen. Do it, like, mid-match or something, where you have the world title up there, and then you have, like, release that same figure in a ring, a Lockdown ring playset with the Jax figures with Jeff Hardy. I don't know. Frick. Oh, Tracy Brooks. She never got a figure. I think she was supposed to get one in, like, a Build-A-Figure set or something, but it never worked out. Tomko was supposed to get a TNA figure in that line, too. So was Bully Ray, or Bubba Ray. What was he in? The frick was he before Bully Ray? Oh, Brother Ray. That's right. And we never got, in the Marvel Toy Biz figures, we never got a Team 3D 2-pack, but we did get it in the Cross the Line Jax series. Tag team rivalry box sets you could have, or 2-packs. Do like a tag team box set thing with Beer Money and the Motor City Machine Guns. It might have been a little too much, but frick. Oh, here's one. This one always baffled me. Why did we never get announcer figures with the TNA line? Okay, we got Earl Hebner. The only, like, authority figures I think we ever got were Jim Cornette in the Legends line, which I still need to find. Even though I don't really like Jim Cornette's views on wrestling today. A lot of the time, he was a really good entertainer and manager and authority figure for TNA. But we only got him, Earl Hebner, Dixie Carter, and James Mitchell. Why did we never get a Don West and Mike Tenay 2-pack? You imagine him selling that on the road? Like at these shows and stuff, like at the merch stands and stuff. Like, it would have been kind of cool to see Don West promoting his own figure with Mike Tenay. That would have been kind of cool, honestly. And you could have done, like, the commentator set with the announcers and... What the frick? Why wasn't none of this stuff ever done? It sucks. And Abyss and Joseph Park 2-pack, I'll get back to that. Like, that would have been kind of cool. Because we all know Abyss and Joseph Park are the same person. Like, you could have had a removable mask. You could have had, like, a 2-in-1 figure where, like, you have the Abyss shirt. And then, like, you could have had the, freaking, jumpsuit or whatever underneath. Removable mask. Could have had, like, a briefcase with the showing that he was a former attorney or something. I don't know. That would have been kind of cool. Let's see. Defining Moments 3-pack, Jeff Hardy, Mr. Anderson, Kurt Angle, from Bound for Glory 2010, or you could have thrown Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff in there, but I don't know. You could have even had the custom belt. Oh, there you go. There's a grudge match ring playset. Jeff Hardy and Mr. Anderson from Against All Odds, 2011. You just put the ladders in there. You get your belt hanging above the ring. And it's not the TNA World title. It's the custom one that they gave to Jeff Hardy when he turned heel. That would have been kind of cool in figure form. Frick. There's just so many different ideas that I think they could have gone with. in this that I think would have been really good selling points for the company. You know? Let's see, who didn't get figures in I know Mike Tenay and Don West didn't. I know Tracy Brooks didn't. Taz, he never got one. You could have had announcer Taz, just straight up announcer Taz with nothing, or you could have done another defining moments thing. The Taz joining Aces and Eights, taking off the tuxedo, revealing an Aces and Eights shirt or something. I don't remember what he did exactly, but you could have had that. You could have had Mickie James. She never got a TNA figure. Tara never got a TNA figure. Although I guess you could just use your Ruthless Aggression or your Jax, Mickie James and Victoria figures for that. We got all three of the. How many knockouts did we get? I think 6 in total. I think because we got Angelina Love, Velvet Sky, Madison Rayne, Brooke Tessmacher, Gail Kim, and maybe there was somebody else. I don't remember. I don't think there was. We only got 5 different knockouts in total in the TNA line. I mean, I guess if you want to count Dixie Carter, fine, but I don't really count her. She was the president of the company, not an active wrestler. But it is what it is. I mean, frick. Tracy Brooks would have been a good. You need Bobby Roode in the suit. You need Bobby Roode as the character that he was playing when he was kind of feuding with Eric Young in 2007. You need that. And you can have Tracy Brooks in there, That would have been a good cross-the-line 2-pack. Team Canada box set. Eric Young, P.D. Williams, Bobby Roode. You could have had that, and Scott D'Amore if you wanted to throw him in there. You could have had, because those to me are the original founding members of Team Canada. I mean, A1 was pretty good, but when I think of Team Canada, I think of P.D. Williams, Scott D'Amore, Bobby Roode, and Eric Young. Oh, that's another good idea. Yeah, I guess you could have done this, an Eric Young box set. Team Canada, Eric Young, for either Marvel or Jax. You could have done a Eric Young box set. Team Canada days, Don't Fire Eric, the World Elite, or Super Eric or whatever, the World Elite version, the band version, and the, I don't know, you could have done just the Knockout Tag Team Champion version, or you could have just skipped ahead and done when the World Heavyweight title. Or frickin' even if you wanted to do this more recent, you could have done the Violent by Design Eric Young. That would have been frickin' cool. Because Eric Young, people don't realize this, and I've talked about this several times on this channel, and Eric Young is very good at reinventing himself. Sorry, he is. If you're a new fan here and you want to see what I'm talking about, go and just look up, you know what you can do? The best way you can do this, either go on TNA Plus and just look up Eric Young matches, or go out and try to find the Eric Young Essential Collection DVD that TNA put out in 2020. That. I have it, and it's very good. There was a lot of matches on that thing I'd never seen. But, yeah. Frick. A lot of ideas could have been, or things could have been done with that. No, we already got a couple Raven figures with TNA, so I don't need to discuss him, really. But frick, you'd never got an Andy Douglas figure. If you wanted to, you could have Well, no, probably not, because they were both gone by the time the Jax figures started coming out. But you could have done some kind of Naturals 2-pack, Stevens and Douglas. Chase Stevens and Andy Douglas are one of the most underrated tag teams ever out there. I don't know why we never got an Andy Douglas figure. We got a Chase Stevens figure in the Marvel line. Like, frick. You know, several Sting figures, but then again, you could have done... I'm surprised they never did a glow-in-the-dark Sting. Like... frick, the TNA entrance stage, or whatever. You could have done that. With one of the rings. I don't know. There's just so many missed opportunities that they could have done with these figures and ideas that they could have had. Frick. Dang it, now I kind of really want this Mattel, or this TNA line to come out in the Mattel series. That would be kind of cool. Because, I mean, you have a bunch of TNA talent already working for you there. You have Nick Aldis, who's getting a general manager figure soon. Build a figure. I really don't know how I feel about those. Like, I don't really like that you have to get... I kind of wish they would sell the Build-A-Figures individually also. Instead of just in the different figures you gotta collect to get the Build-A-Figure pieces. But that's just me. I don't think Mike Tenay's ever got a figure. Even in WCW. Or WWE, rather. I guess it would have made sense because he was in TNA at the time. That would have been kind of weird. But... frick. I don't think Scott Hall got a figure. No, he didn't. Neither did Sean Waltman. I know Scott Steiner did. I know Hulk Hogan did. Kevin Nash did. The Marvel line did not have a 2-pack of the Motor City Machine Guns, but the Jax figures did. Frick, y'all. If you want me to do any more videos like this, I just figured TNA might be the easier one to do right now because they didn't really have many figures to begin with. Like, not really. I mean, I guess there's more than I'm thinking of, but still. Fez never did an Austin Aries figure with the TNA World title. They did Chris Sabin, which, that one, I like Chris Sabin, but I did not care for that run, now that I look back on it. It's a cool moment. Just wish they would have capitalized on it. But, yeah, like... didn't really get many accessories with these TNA figures either. Usually either got belts or... you only got belts really with these figures and like cloth goods, shirts and stuff, but you never got like microphones or like I said, that beer bottle or soda can with the Beer Money figures. I think there was a pair of glasses with the James Storm and Bobby Roode 2-pack. And a cowboy hat, which I do not have. I have the Beer Money figures, but I don't have the accessories that came with them. Kind of would have been cool to put. I don't know, the Marvel figures actually kind of did better with that, because you had like a Jeff Hardy figure that came with a ladder. I think you had a Devon figure that came with the table. stuff like that. And I wish the Jax figures would have been a little better at doing that too with their accessories. Like, I know the Bully Ray came with the vest and everything, but that's about it. Again, like, so many ideas that they could have gone with. I know there's probably more than I'm missing. Oh yeah, Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe, they never got a cross the line 2-pack set, or in the Marvel set either. Another defining moments could have done this in the Marvel or the Jax. Christian Cage versus Jeff Jarrett for the NWA World Title. Against the Odds 2006, you could have had Christian coming with the... I think they did make a Christian with the belt, but, you know, put it in a 2-pack or something that would sell. But yeah, just... I don't know, I just really wish they would have been around longer than they were. Because I think the Jax figures only went from... All in all, TNA only had 7 years of figure production, because they went from 2005 to 2007 with the Marvel figures, and then they went back. They went from 2010 to 2015 with the Jax figures, so that kind of sucked, honestly. And now Power Town, they're not saying anything, because I believe the only figures that have been released by Power Town of TNA figures are Josh Alexander, Moose, Eddie Edwards, and Jordan Grace, which she'll probably be getting a WWE figure at some point, and then Josh Alexander's probably going to be getting an AEW figure. Like, frick. I don't know. That might be it for me today, guys, and let me know what you guys thought of this video. If you have any ideas of what they could have done with the TNA figures, you know, if you collected them, please let me know, and let me know what your favorite TNA figure was, and what you think they should have done more with those. What do you think they could have done for different ideas and stuff? But let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys, I don't know, probably Monday. Till then, have a good weekend. Thanks for watching, and God bless.